Good morning, Upper School. I hope that you and your families are all well and that you are feeling increasingly confident with our new way of learning online. This week we saw the number of live lessons being taught increasing dramatically, with Year 7 and 11 taking part in 3 lessons a day and Year 9 and 10 beginning their live stream journey. I hope that you're enjoying these lessons as much as your teachers are enjoying delivering them. It's been wonderful to interact with so many of you and work collaboratively again. All of your teachers have been enormously impressed by the courage you've shown in tackling the new technology and also the humility that you've demonstrated by following directions so well as we try to teach you how. Next week, we will once again be increasing the number of live lessons delivered each week. If you haven't already, pause the assembly now and make sure that you have your learning journal and a pen ready. Remember, you can always rewatch this assembly at any time. So, next week is week 3 of our live streaming lessons. So from Monday the 1st of February, Year 8 will begin their first live streamed lessons, with live classes periods 1 and period 2 for the whole of the week. Also from Monday, Year 7 and Year 11 will increase to 4 live streamed lessons every day. That's periods 1, 2, 3 and 4. And also from Monday, Year 10 and Year 9 will increase to 3 live streamed lessons each day, periods 1, 2 and 3. As you know, live streamed lessons follow your normal school timetable. And also a reminder that period 5 between 2 o'clock and 2:40 will always be a recorded voiceover lesson and will include your exit ticket. The feedback from you guys about live streamed lessons continues to be excellent. And we are seeing a continual increase in the number of students attending 100% of their online lessons and completing 100% of their quizzes. A particular shout out to Year 7 this week, who had 85% of Year 7s attending their online lessons, and only 6 students in the whole of Year 7 who didn't complete their online work. This is an amazing display of self-discipline, and a fantastic challenge for all of the other year groups to match next week. Keep it up, Year 7. However, it's important to remind everybody that the live stream lessons are not optional. They offer an important opportunity for you to work collaboratively with your classmates and to get direct and immediate feedback from your own class teacher. So wherever possible, you must attend these live streamed lessons. We're still seeing too many people choosing not to attend those lessons. Absence from or lateness to these lessons will be recorded and it will be followed up by welfare leads in the same way that it would be at school. Of course, we do recognise that everybody's circumstances are different and that there are additional challenges whilst we're working from home. So a further reminder that if you cannot attend an online lesson for any reason, you need to let your class teacher know by email before the lesson begins. Again, even though we're increasing live streaming, your teachers will continue to record daily voiceover lessons as well. So if you can't attend the lesson, you must complete the voiceover lesson and submit the quiz instead. This is a new way of working for all of us, and we recognise that using new technology can be a little bit confusing. So in order to help you to access and use the online academy, we've created a series of how-to videos. To access these, you simply go to the Ark Boulton website and click on the Virtual Academy tab. When the Virtual Academy loads, hover your mouse over the Home button and that will bring up these options. You need to click on How To. This will bring you to the page How To Tips for Online Learning. And as we scroll down, you'll see that there are a whole series of videos covering every aspect of online learning. There's the assemblies that we've delivered before on how to use the Virtual Academy and how to access work on MS Teams, but there are also shorter, more specific videos for every aspect, from accessing your lessons on MS Teams to how to upload an assignment. We will continue to add how-to videos to this folder as more questions arise. So, if you find yourself struggling to access something or don't know how to use some area of your online learning, please come and check out this folder first before you email your teacher for help. This is a new way of working for all of us, and we recognize we're all learning how to be effective and responsible online learners. And over the last week, there have been a few common issues that I want to address now. First of all, many of you may have noticed a large number of spam emails filling up our email boxes and sometimes causing problems for you accessing your accounts. So for the best advice on how to deal with spam, I'm going to hand you over to our IT expert, Miss Flora, for a moment.
Hello students, so today we are going to learn about spam email. Now spam email is a type of email which effectively is designed to steal your information and likes to, like a virus, travel through email systems and other websites, causing havoc and damage. So as you can see on this side, in my deleted items, there are a number of unopened spam emails. Ideally, what you want to do is click that delete button and get rid of the email before opening it. One of the emails on this side, however, is open, and whilst it hasn't caused an issue at this moment, if I was to click on this green button, it would then send similar emails to pretty much everyone in my address book without my knowledge. And this is how, if you have received any of these emails, how these emails have continued to circulate within the school. So please, if you do receive any email of this sort, do not click on the button and do not allow it to spread. Hello students.
So we need to delete spam emails without opening them. But how can you spot a spam email from a normal one? Thankfully, there are some obvious signs that you can look out for to spot spam. So the first thing to look out for is emojis or symbols in the title. The second thing is the email claims that you have a certain number of unread messages. This is a sure sign that it's spam. You could also look out for lots of exclamation marks in the title or strange sounding titles. So for example, the title delivery doesn't make sense on your school email, as you would never have ordered anything using your school email account. If you do click on an email and notice a button like the green View Now button on the screen, do not click on that. Instead, delete that email at once and avoid spreading spam to other people. As we continue to grow our skills as online learners, you're going to be using email more and more often. It's important that you know how to use email appropriately and effectively to communicate with your teachers. Firstly, you need to know who to contact. So to make this as simple as possible, there are two key rules. Firstly, for anything to do with specific subjects, you should contact your subject teacher directly. So this could include asking for help with work or letting your teacher know that you can't attend an online lesson that day. Secondly, for any other general issues or IT problems, such as being locked out of MS Teams or a problem with your Chromebook, you should email your year group support email, which is on the screen now. Please take a moment to pause the video and write down the email address for your year group. Do that now. A team of staff members will be monitoring these email addresses, and as soon as your email comes in, we will deal with that as soon as possible. That support email is the most effective way for us to resolve any issues that you have with your computers or IT. To make sure that your email itself is clear and appropriate, there are also some simple rules that you need to follow. You always use polite, formal language when writing emails. You need to make sure that the title of your email is short and explains the reason that you're writing. Try to keep your emails clear, short, and concise. You need to explain in the email what you've already done to try and solve a problem and offer solutions. This will generally speed up how quickly we can fix your problem. You should always also include your full name and tutor group in every email that you send. Let's have a look at a couple of what great looks like to make this really clear. This first email is a what great looks like for how you should contact your subject teacher if you need help with your work. The first thing to think about is At Ark Boulton, we believe that it takes a whole community to bring up a child, and we're committed to supporting all members of our community in any way that we can. However, it's also important to remember that we're also part of an even large Birmingham community. And I wanted to take a moment to share some additional support that's available to you and your families through the Birmingham Children's Partnership. The Birmingham Children's Partnership is a collection of groups from across the city who are working together to support families, particularly during this challenging climate of COVID-19. They can offer a wide range of support on issues, including all of those on the screen. Things like coronavirus advice, emergency food assistance, mental health support, support with parenting, financial help, domestic abuse, and bereavement support. There's a huge range of help that is available to you. If you want to find out more about this wonderful community, you can look up their website at the www.birmingham.gov.uk/BCP, or contact the school if any of these issues are relevant to you, and we can put you in touch with the right people. Next week is Children's Mental Health Week. This last year has been a very strange and challenging time for all of us. We've faced circumstances that have never been seen before. This has been made even more difficult because due to the lockdowns and social distancing, we've had to do all this without the face-to-face close support of our friends and family. It's essential that we spend some time thinking about how to look after our mental well-being. We all know the basics of good health: eating well, getting plenty of exercise, and lots of rest and sleep. But did you know that maintaining your social connections is just as important? Recent studies have shown that we are less likely to feel stressed and even to get physically ill if we have strong connections and relationships. So absolutely eat your greens and exercise, but don't forget to stay connected. Staying connected can be even more difficult during a lockdown when we're not allowed to meet up with our friends and family. So a useful technique to help you feel connected is something called anchoring. Anchoring is a technique of deliberately focusing on memories and thoughts that make us feel safe and secure, and it can be very effective when we find ourselves being stressed out or feeling isolated. It's really important that we identify these mental anchors before we need to use them. These could be memories of people, places, and times that make you feel safe and calm. So let's spend a minute now identifying some mental anchors. The first kind of mental anchor that we're going to think about are the people who make us feel safe. Who are the people in your life who make you feel safe, calm, and welcome? It might be your friends, it might be your family, it could even be your pets. I want you to identify 2 or 3 people now who make you feel good when you think about them. The second kind of mental anchor that we're going to think about is activities. What do you do that makes you feel alive? It could be absolutely anything. It might be getting creative, listening to your favourite music, or playing a sport. But even thinking about the tiniest things can help you to feel anchored and connected to feeling good in yourself. The third and final type of anchor that we're going to think about is places. I want you to think about a few places where you feel most at peace. It could be somewhere that you've visited a few times, or it could be a place that's really familiar to you. Try and picture the sort of place where you feel completely safe, calm, and at peace. Knowing about who, what, and where anchors us is a really good way of helping to keep ourselves calm when things are stressful. Our brains are incredibly powerful, and even thinking about some of the things that you've just written down can help to calm your body down physically. So when you feel your stress levels or anxiety rising, focus on one of these anchors and stop yourself from being swept away. Sometimes our mental anchors won't quite do the trick. If you feel like you need more help with anything to do with your mental well-being, there's lots of support out there. You can contact us at school by emailing your tutor or using the SHARP system on our website. But there are also lots of other groups who can help. Take a moment to pause the video, have a look at the links on the screen on the next 2 slides, and see what help is available to you. We're going to finish today by looking at our virtue of the week. Last week we looked in detail at the idea of commitment, and particularly how this applies to our new world of virtual learning. It has been fantastic to see so many of you demonstrating commitment this week, by logging onto your live lessons every day and by completing all of the work set. I want to finish this assembly by considering this week's virtue of forgiveness. Our virtuous code of conduct for home learning suggests that we